Good morning, everyone. It's me again, and it's Tuesday, so we got over Monday, the first day of the week, where everybody dreads, but I've got no problem with Mondays. I work 7 days a week, and today it's nice sunny day, as you can see, which is lovely, makes a difference. And today I wanted to talk to you about weight loss versus fat loss. Now, I'm not sure if this is recording. It's telling me it's trying to go live. I can't tell if it's recording. If you can see me, please send me some messages. It's not struggling, I think. Let's try. I'm going to try again. Okay. Hi, everyone. Okay, I think I got it now. It's a bit of technical problems there. It was live and it wasn't live. Hopefully you can see me, you can hear me. Send me some comments if you can see me or hear me. Hopefully everything is okay. The network is working properly now. It's Tuesday morning. It's sunny, as you can see. Nice lovely change here, and it's beginning of the week, all ready for the week ahead. Very busy week ahead going on. And today I wanted to talk to you about something different. Hi Amita, hi Desmond. I want to talk to you about something different, which is weight loss versus fat loss. As a personal trainer, most of my clients come to me because they want to lose weight. And when we go through the goals of the initial consultation, we obviously discuss what the main goals are, short-term and long-term goals. And I always get faced with this: I want to lose weight. It's a common goal. However, it doesn't mean anything unless you are clear what you mean by weight loss. Amita, you're listening to me. Yeah, thank you. At least you listen to me now, isn't it? Okay. So weight loss versus fat loss. Now, there's so much information out there which is so wrong. A lot of the time it's people see weight loss, see jumping on the scale as the ultimate result. You jump on the scale, you starve yourself on silly, ridiculous diets for 3, 4, 5 weeks. You jump on the scale and guess what? Nothing has changed. Or you might have lost a little bit and you think, okay, this is working. Or even worse, you go to certain companies, and I'm not going to name any companies, but you all know what I'm talking about. These groups where you go there, you pay every week to be weighed, and you get a big standing ovation if you lost a couple of pounds, and you get a big boo if you put on pounds. And the reality is that all of this getting on the scale is just the most depressing thing you can do, and is the worst thing you can do for your mindset, to keep your mindset right for your goals. And all the scale measure is weight. Now, weight, your body weight, your body's made of 60% water. Yeah. So you want to lose weight quickly, go to the gym, sweat out for an hour, and you already lost a kilo. Great. Is that what you want? If that's what you want, brilliant. You know, you can do it quickly. You don't have to starve yourself. You don't have to do anything else. Just sweat it out and just make sure you don't drink it back in. Otherwise, your weight comes back on. Yeah. So weight is also muscle. Yeah. So, and this is what makes me mad when I read information out on the net from people who are totally not qualified to give any advice. And celebrities are some of those to begin with, where they tell you, do this workout and do this diet, and you know, in 3 months you're going to look like a supermodel. Right, that's not going to happen. Yeah. The aim that what you want to think about is, what do you want to do? Do you want to just see a specific weight on the scale? So you decide that you've been all your life 10 stone, and all of a sudden you decide you're going to be 8 stones. And that's all is driving you. Well, if that's what is driving you, you're not going to happen. You know, it's as simple as that. If all your life you've been 10 stones, you're not going to go to 8 stones unless you starve yourself. And then how long are you going to be able to sustain that? Well, not for very long. Starve yourself, you die. Yeah. So, or do you want to change size? Now, that's where the difference is. Yeah. So, size is down to fat. So if it's size that you want to change, so you want to go down from a size, I don't know, 16 down to size 12, just an idea. you want to lose mass. Yeah, you want to lose fat. You don't want to lose weight. So, and how do you lose fat? Well, that's where the problem is. Fat, you don't lose fat by starving yourself. It's just not going to happen. Yeah. So by starving yourself, you achieve two things. Number one, you lose fluid. Yeah, which is the first 3 kilos of any weight loss is normally water that's gone out of your body. Yeah. And then you start losing muscle mass if you're starving yourself because you haven't got enough calories. So what the body does, the body is a beautiful machine. Its only aim and purpose is survival. You starve your body, it will do anything it needs to do to survive. And what it does, it shuts down all non-vital organs. You know, anything that it doesn't need to do, it shuts it down. So what it does, it lowers your metabolism. It keeps just the vital organs running. And guess what? All of a sudden, it learns to survive on just the 800 calories that you're eating to starve yourself, to lose weight. So it learns how to survive on that because everything else has been slowed down, or your metabolism has been slowed down. And then of course you can maintain that level of calories. So I've had clients before telling me they've been surviving on 500 calories a day, which is absolutely ridiculous. These shake diets, oh my God, listen, you want to mess up your metabolism, that's the best way to do it. You want to stay fat for the rest of your life and get ill, that's the best way to do it. There are no shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. If you want to lose weight and you want to maintain it, the only way to do it is through hard work. There's no magic pills. There's no diet that will work forever and more. And the most important thing, guys, you have to work out. You have to exercise. Activity, activity, activity. There was an interesting study done recently where they compared the diet of today versus the diet of the 1920s, or diet just post-Second World War. And then they compared the activity today and activity in those days. Now, surprisingly, everybody expected our diet today to us to be eating a lot more calories than they were eating, you know, in the early 1900s. And that's why we're getting obese. That's why we're getting diabetic. No. What showed from this study is that we're actually eating a similar amount of calories. So we're not overeating calorie-wise. But we are moving a two-thirds less than they were moving in the 1920s. Yeah? So just think about it. When was the last time you got out of your city to change the TV channel? When was the last time you went, you know, to your neighbor to talk to them rather than calling them? Yeah? Everything now is at the fingertips. Everything is at the fingertips. It's anything, you know, as possible to move the least as possible as we can. So activity, we use the car for everything. I mean, I've got lots of clients and mums, and I know you can relate to that, ladies. What do you tend to do is get the kids to school with your car. Yeah. Now, I appreciate sometimes the school is very far away. That's one thing. But if a school is not far away, why are you putting your child in a car? Please walk the child to the school. You're doing yourself a favor, and you're going to do your child a favor, and you're doing traffic a favor. You know, we can't bloody travel in London as it is, you know. At 9 o'clock, you know, 8:30 o'clock, every morning this traffic is a standstill because we got, you know, single moms with one child in the car, you know, taking the child to school, and the child is only like, you know, the school is only 5 minutes away. I know, you know, I know this, then you got to go here, you got to go there, so you need the car. No, you can take the child to school, walk the child to school, walk him back, use the time to talk to the child rather than the child being on the little gadget to play with and you be busy driving and nobody talks anymore. Yeah. So going back to your weight loss and fat loss. So if you want to lose just weight, so what the scale tells you, I want to drop a stone, that's all I care about. Okay, starve yourself, don't drink for the rest of your life, and follow the latest fat diet, and you'll get results. So you're either going to get short-term result or you're going to die. So that's how you do it. Now, if you want to actually lose size, yeah, and achieve your goal because you decide that I want to look this way and I want to feel this way, then you're talking about losing fat. Yeah. So muscle is weight. So water is weight. Muscle is weight. Fat is volume. So when you start to actually lose volume, so your dress size goes down, then you're losing body fat as well. And how do you do that? First of all, you have to eat enough. Yeah, it may sound counterproductive, but if you guys starve yourself, you are not going to lose fat mass. You're going to lose all your muscle before you're going to lose your fat mass. And you lose all your muscle, you're going to have also the problems going on there. If you want to lose fat, then of course you got to eat enough calories, but you got to move, you got to exercise. Yeah, and when I talk exercise, I don't necessarily say go in the gym and skip in the gym for an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know, do chronic cardio and then get ill all the time because your immune system can't cope with all the stress anyway. It's about daily activity. Now, the government in the UK recommends 30 days a minute of activity. Well, the government in the UK recommends diabetic eat tons of, you know, pasta and bread. So look what happened. Obesity and diabetes, you know, all over the place. So 30 minutes a day is not enough. Yeah. The human body is built to move. We are supposed to be moving for 2/3 of our day. Yeah. That's what our ancestors used to do. Now what we're doing, we sleep for 8 hours. We sit down for 13 hours and the rest, if you like, we're moving around. There's no wonder, you know, that is illness and chronic diseases and joint problem and muscle problems are so rife because we're not letting the body do what it's supposed to do. Yeah, so eat enough calorie to make sure you fuel the body properly. Move daily, so you wanna exercise at least 3 times a week, whatever exercise you like, but you need to get your heart rate up. Yeah, and if you can't exercise because of problem, you know, joint problem or anything like that, then you have to move. But you want to move ideally at least 45 minutes to 1 hour a day. And when I say move, you want to go for a nice brisk walk. You want to get your heart rate up. There's no point going to the shop, walking for an hour to the shops. They ain't going to do nothing. Your heart rate needs to go up. Your heart is a muscle. It needs to be exercised as well to stay healthy. So that's one thing you need to do. Your diet is paramount. So it is, you know, while you need to get enough calories to support your body so it doesn't start thinking, oh my God, I need to hold back, you know, I need to slow down metabolism because I haven't got enough calories. Yeah. You need to make sure what you put in is quality because rubbish in equals rubbish out. So if you feel tired all the time, you got stomach issues, you got skin rashes, you got headaches, and all those are symptoms that what you're putting in your body is not working for you. Now, it could be that it's crap food, so it could be processed food. Okay, then you know what the problem is. Or it could be that you got an intolerance. It could be a healthy food, but you're intolerant to it. I mean, lots of people are intolerant to eggs, and they don't know that, you know, because we learn to make do and we learn to override our signals. So when you start feeling ill, we just blame it, stress, whatever. Sometimes it's not stress. Sometimes it's actually what you put in your body does not cope well with it, and we're all different in that. There is not set rules for that. The other thing is that if you do go to if you go and look for help to help you with losing volume, yes, losing size and getting healthy, because it's not necessarily about fat loss or weight loss. It could be about an issue with health. You want to regain your health. If you're getting help, please make sure you get help from professionals. Yeah, I know that is sometimes a financial issue comes into play. However, those people who follow me, my clients know, I absolutely hate these groups when you go in and you get put on a scale and they tell you, oh, you lost weight, oh, you put on weight, what you been up to? Okay, take a bodybuilder. Imagine a bodybuilder, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. Put him on the scale, he will show as obese. Why? Because his weight is well in excess to what it should be for his height. Yeah? So the scale is going to tell you, okay, based on the standard thing, this is what weight you should be. You're overweight, you're obese. He hasn't got an inch of fat on him. He's all muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat. Yeah? So if you exercise, you will put on muscle, especially if you're a novice and you start exercising after never having exercised, or maybe you haven't exercised for years. You start exercising, you're going to put on muscle. What muscle does? Muscle makes the scale go up because it weighs more than fat. So if you go to any of these groups, you know, where they put you on the scale and you start, you know, you're following a healthy diet and you're exercising, guess what? you might have not lost any weight. You know, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks into that, you might actually put on weight, and you are made to feel like an idiot, like you're not good enough, because they use this scale that only tells you one figure. Yeah, but your body is about fat and muscle. Those scales don't tell you that. So either don't step on those scales and don't go to those places, or invest in a good body composition scale, because there's another method, which is calipers, but if you're not professional, you don't know how to use it. So easy way, get one of those scales. You can get them this day from Amazon, 50 quid, you know, and less, where you will measure your body fat, you will measure your muscle mass, your visceral fat, your hydration level. Yes, it's not going to be 100% accurate, because nothing is 100% accurate. Nothing is 100% accurate. But if you use the same tool, the in, the out, you can see the trend. You can see where you're going. Yeah. And then you'll see when you jump on the scale and it tells you weigh this much, and you might weigh the same as you weighed 2 weeks ago, but lo and behold, actually you put on half a kilo or kilo muscle mass, and you've actually dropped 2% of body fat. Then you know you go in the right direction, as opposed to just relying on one figure. So if you step on the scale, please step on a proper scale, you know, that does all this information. Do not step on a scale that tells you kilos or pounds, because it's absolutely pointless to do that. The other thing I want to tell you is about how the body understands. Yeah, the body does not understand diet. You want to lose weight for your reason, or fat, I should say, for your reason. Obviously, most people look at weight because you look at the scale, and you think, okay, I got to go on a diet. You don't necessarily think, okay, I got to eat clean and exercise. No, why? Because that's hard. Who wants to eat healthily? Who wants to exercise? Let's go on a diet. Let's slash those calories down to nothing, and then I lose weight. Yeah. Now, when you do that, the body, remember, is a machine built for survival. You slash your calories, the body doesn't understand diet. It understands famine and then plentiness. So you slash your calorie, the body thinks, oh my God, famine, alarm bell, you know, state of alert, fight or flight, I defend or I die. Shut down everything that's not necessary. Let's learn, we don't know how long this is going to last. Let's learn to live on these 500 calories I got a day. I need to survive. And the body will survive on very little for very long. The only thing can survive on very long on little for very long is water. So, you know, you reduce your water intake drastically, you will get very dehydrated, eventually you die. You know, but with food, you can last without food for a long, long time, because the body will go into ketosis. It'll start producing ketones and use your body fat, your own body fat, for fuel, until you got no body fat left. But you know how long that's going to take, quite some time anyway. So, but that's a different story. So your body thinks famine, famine, and famine. You know, protect. That's all it does. Slow down everything. Only keep the minimum necessary. The heart, you know, the lungs, the digestion, the respiration, circulation, everything that needs to keep that's vital, needed. It'll keep it running. Everything else gets shut down. You know, we don't need it. So after a while, the body has learned to live on just your 400 or 500 calories. Yeah, very slowly, but it's learned to live that. So what happens? Of course, you're on a diet that is not sustainable, because you can't survive on 500 calories for the rest of your life. So there comes a point where you've dumped all your fluids and you dumped most of your muscle, then you lost weight, and you think, oh, this has worked, I've lost weight, so I can start eating again. Well, guess what? The body takes a long time to understand that famine is over. So when you start eating, the body's still storing, yeah, because the body doesn't know when the next food is coming. It's still in that mode. So you start eating, and even just a few 200 or 300 calories extra a day will make a massive difference. And before you know it, then you've put on the weight that you lost, but actually 90% of the time you would have put on more weight than when you started with. Yeah. So not only you wasted all this time, you suffered with little calories, you actually ended up in the space of a month, 2 months, depending how long you starve yourself for, you end up in a worse position when you started with. And what's worse is that you just caused metabolic damage. Yeah. So the body has got a self-defense mechanism. It doesn't matter what you do, the body will adapt, the body will survive. Unless it's got no choice and it's got no food and no water, and then it'll die. You know, there come a point where even the body can't survive. But anything between that, the body will survive and it will learn to adapt. Once it's adapted, then you've got another problem. Because if you stay at a certain weight for long enough, the body will reset itself as that is favorite set point for your weight. And then moving the body away from that position is going to be hard. So this basically happens as well when you put on weight and you stayed on high weight for a long period of time, years. You will find that the body's reset itself, and that's being the standard weight, the weight it likes. And for you to try to bring it back down, to what you want it to be, is going to be an uphill struggle. Yeah. And that's when very often when a client telling me, okay, I wanna lose weight. And I said, well, first of all, define weights, and then I said, okay, what do you want to be? I want to lose a bit like 10 stones, at the moment, like 15 stone. Okay. When was the last time you weighed 10 stone? Oh, 20 years ago. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry, it's too long, so you can go both ways. Yeah, you starve it and the body will defend itself. You learn to live with very little. But at the same token, if you overweight, you wait for a long period of time, overeating everything, the body will reset itself at that point. And then in both cases, you are literally skiing uphill. Yeah. So, and then assuming there's no metabolic damage in the middle from your dieting, assuming your hormones are at the right levels, assuming that your lifestyle is at the right level, because if you live in a lifestyle like in London, which is the rat race, you're stressed and everything, that is going to undo half of the work that you're doing with healthy eating and exercise. Yeah. So this is what I want to tell you guys today. I hope this is helpful for you. So whenever you're thinking of, losing weight, think about, is it weight I want to lose, like what the figure on the scale is, or is it actually size? Do you want to be a smaller size? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, if you're just looking for a figure on the scale, as I said, you can achieve it very quickly, starve yourself, don't have a drink, and then you're going to be very small, but then you can't sustain it, and you're actually going to cause metabolic damage. If you want to be a smaller size, then again, be realistic though. Yeah. Because if the amount of time I've been to clients and they tell me, oh, I want to be a size 12. Great. When were you size 12? Never. I mean, I'm good, but I can't do miracles. Yeah. So I've got my limits as well. If you've never been a size 12, or if you were a size 12 10 years ago, no, it's not going to happen, because you can't be the size you were in your 20s when you're in your 50s. It's not going to happen. The body slows down. The aging process, is rife. So it doesn't respond as well as it used to respond. In addition to that, you got the metabolic damage you done in the meantime. So you have to be realistic. If you're realistic, then you can achieve it. But the first thing you need to look at is it weight or fat they want to lose. Once you decide that and is realistic target you're going for, first thing you do is your diet. Yeah. It's your diet is, what are you eating? Are you eating the right amount of calories? Most importantly, are you eating nutrient dense calories? Yeah. So easy, because you can eat 5 miles bar and eat your daily targets. Brilliant. I'm sure you'll enjoy that diet, but your body won't, and neither will your waistline. Yeah. So nutrient dense. So my rule that I tell my client is this: if it doesn't grow like that in nature, you don't touch it. Yeah. So give you an example. Chicken. Yeah. So chicken, the live thing. Yeah. They exist like that in nature. So chicken breast. Yeah. Chicken thigh, chicken wing, fine. Chicken sausages, not really. Doesn't come in that position. They don't grow like that. Yeah. Same with apples, for example. Apples from a tree. Yeah. So apple is a natural fruit. You can eat it. Yeah. Apple pies, it's got apple in it. Well, they're not. It's the pie that's a problem. Yeah. So you get what I'm saying. Yeah. Same with potatoes. Potato. You can have a jacket potato. That's potatoes in natural form, or you can have boiled potato, whatever. Chips are not in the natural form. Yeah. So anything basically that has been modified by men, yeah, which comes under processed foods. Yeah. Ready meals are the same. It doesn't matter if ready meal tells you it's healthy. If it's a ready meal, it's not healthy, because imagine they cook this thing, they gotta make it last on the shelf or in the fridge or in the freezer for another 3 months. How do you think they do that? The food doesn't last that long naturally. Yeah. So they chuck in a whole lot of stuff to make it last as long as possible. Then you got to chuck in a whole lot of other stuff like sugars, salts, and God knows what else to make it taste decent. Yeah. For that length of time. So if something tells you is ready meal and it tells you it's healthy, is not, the pure fat is ready meal is not healthy. Same with cereals. I mean, I had a client the other day, this was hilarious, who bought this, I think it was Weetabix, yeah? And she said, oh yeah, I started having Weetabix, you know, these are protein Weetabix. And I go, what do you mean protein Weetabix? I mean, Weetabix is carbohydrates, you know, it's wheat. It's one of those things you can have, wheat. Most people are actually sensitive to wheat. But it's got protein. And I go, but how do you know that? And she goes, it says on the package, protein Weetabix. So just show it to me. And she showed it to me. All it says, it does say big protein. And so you think they're fortified with protein. No, wheat protein. What? So that's what advertisers rely on. People are caught on by these big words like protein bars. When you look at the ingredients of these protein bars, 60 to 70% of a bar is carbohydrate, mainly sugars, and only 20% is protein. But because it's got 20%, it can be called a protein bar. Yeah. So you've got to educate yourself. When you go out there to choose food, read those labels. Read the nutritional value, so carbohydrate, fats, and protein, but also read the ingredients. Now, if there's anything you can't pronounce, run, because that's not a good thing. The ingredients are entered in the nutritional information, in the ingredient list, are entered in order of amount, from the most amount to the little amount. So now, if you buy for example, a burger, to give you an idea, and you think, well, this is, you know, it says healthy burger. When you look at the ingredients, and I know that because obviously I'm celiac, so I've got to read everything to make sure there's no gluten. And it's incredible where you find, you know, yes, it could be pork is the first thing. Then you go dextrose, wheat, and everything. But what? I mean, what you put in this stuff is meat. It doesn't need to have sugar, doesn't need to have wheat in it. But they do that for two reasons. One, to make it taste better, and one, to make it addictive. That's why manufacturers use sugar and wheat. It makes it addictive. So you buy more and more and more. They make money, and you get ill. Yeah? So that first thing, only eat what grows in nature. Yeah? Tons of vegetables, all colors in the world. You can't go wrong with vegetable. Fruit, careful with fruit, because fruit is sugars. Yes, it's healthy sugars nonetheless. Yeah. And especially if you are diabetic, fructose is not a very good thing for you. Or if you got high cholesterol, again, fructose is not a very good thing for you. So limit fruit, you know, once or twice a day maximum, but mainly just go mad on your veggies. Any type of meat, if you eat meat, it's got to be clean meat. So it's going to be, as I say, chicken breast. It can be some steak. Don't get processed stuff. Same for fish. Fish, be very careful because some stuff, especially salmon, comes from dubious places and it can be contaminated with all sorts of things. So just be careful. Make sure reputable sources you get it from. And then grains, okay, it's entirely up to you. If you eat processed food, which is bread, pasta, and the kind of stuff, then the advice is to go whole grain, just because it doesn't create havoc with your blood sugar. Doesn't make it healthy, because it's not. It's processed foods. I mean, I'm Italian. Come on. I was raised on pasta, but pasta is the ultimate processed food. Your body doesn't need that. It should have no place in your diet at all. Neither should bread. But that's your choice. Yeah, at the end of the day, you do what you want to do. And grains, okay, grains like rice and quinoa, now they grow naturally. So yes, technically they're good for you. Yeah. So again, don't get white rice because that's been refined, it's been modified. So get whole grain rice, a deal. Quinoa is a good option because it's got protein. It's got the whole amino acid, makes it complete protein. So it's a good type of grain. But you get the drift. Yeah. So clean up your diet. Number one, make sure you eat enough calories. You're not starving yourself. Otherwise you counteract what you're trying to do. And exercise. So you have to get your heart rate above comfortable, you know, ideally 4 or 5 times a week. Yeah, if it's just the heart rate issue, if you're going for long walks. But you also need to do weight training. Ladies, if you do weight training, you're not going to turn into the Incredible Hulk. We haven't got enough testosterone in our body to turn into Incredible Hulk. Yeah, listen, believe me, I'd love to turn into Incredible Hulk. My husband probably wouldn't, you know, but I train every single day with weights and I'm not an Incredible Hulk, and I eat tons of protein as well. My diet is clean and I'm still not the Incredible Hulk. So if you're going to go there, you know, lifting 5 kilo dumbbell, trust me, you're not going to turn into the Incredible Hulk, but you'll get toned. You won't be floppy. Yeah. So would you rather be skinny and floppy, that's diet, versus toned, you know, the size you want to be, toned, that's muscle work. Yeah, so exercise, weight training is a must. And not to mention, weight training helps with osteoporosis, yeah, your bone density. As you get older, ladies, guys not so much, but ladies, you know, we got this lovely hormone called estrogen that causes havoc throughout our life. It's high when, you know, when we're young, and then it creates problems with weight gain. Then when we get older, menopause, it drops down to nothing, and you get, again, more problem with weight gain and everything. But in addition to that, it causes osteoporosis, which is your brittle bones. Yeah, that's why elderly people, if you fall down, it can break bone very easily. Now, how do you counteract that? Resistance training. And that's why elderly people, the advice is for them to do resistance training. They're not going to be lifting with huge weights, but resistance band, any type of resistance training that get the muscle working, it strengthens the bones at the same time. Yeah, so that's all I want to say, guys. Weight loss versus fat loss. You know, do you want to look at the number, or do you want to look at your size, at your well-being and everything? And of course, if you're looking to do fat loss because of health reason, that's totally different ball game there, because then you have to adapt things a lot more. I deal with diabetics, I deal with people with thyroid problems, I deal with obese people, and there's a lot of work that needs to go in the background to educate them, but also change the habits of a lifetime. And with diabetic, of course, is even more involved, because you know, it's not just about losing weight, it's about making sure that diabetes doesn't get out of control, because if it goes out of control, then you go very severe consequences, all the way from amputation to death. Yeah, so weight versus fat, yeah, number versus size, is in your control. Choose what you want to do, and if you want help, get professional help, please. Do not get help from groups that are only interested in telling you lost a kilo, 2 kilos, a pound, 2 pounds, and actually not teaching you the difference between losing muscles or losing fat. Yeah, so that's all I want to say. Hope you find this very, very helpful. And as usual, if you find it helpful, please share it, comment, any questions you got, guys, please put it on the comment. I'll reply to you, and you know, and hopefully some of you will get some benefit out of this. It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna go in, guess what, I'm gonna go in to do my workout now. It's my turn, my me time. Have a great day and have a great week, everybody, and see you soon. Bye.